Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. I'm trying to get my earbuds to work. And now I'm frozen. Got it. Okay. Tell me if you can hear me okay on Facebook. Let's see. As you're popping on, tell me hi. Tell me what you're working on. All right. Melissa's giving me a thumbs up. That's good. Just got to get to my stuff here. Holly, working on who you're going to shawl. Cheryl, hi. Good. All right. As you're popping on, tell me what you're working on. Tell me how things are going. If it's snowing where you are, I just was up front talking to the girls before I got set up here and looked like it was snowing and blowing yet again. Oh, good, good, good. Mary, Aunt Jackie, Linda. Good, good. Oriana. Oriana says no audio on Facebook. Oh. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Me working on the Etta sweater. Joyce working on the cat love scarf. Good. Okay. Good, good, good. Shar working on a baby Afghan. So I'm curious. I know Holly and Nicole and Melissa and Julie are all working on the Ghostbusters. Who are you going to shawl? I'm curious to know who else is working on it too. Nicole had asked me the other day and I couldn't think of anybody else. Holly and John, you're eating dinner. It's okay too. Linda, I am so tired of it too. I don't know what we're doing living in Michigan with all the snow going on. Jody, okay. Chandra working on her shift again. Did you guys see the pictures Chandra posted on Friday on Show Off Your Faux Friday with her adorable sweaters? That girl looks just so stinking cute in sweaters. And E finished her sweater. It was a busy week last week. Here we're going Wildwood sweater. Bonnie, I thought you were leaving to go out of town today. Maybe that's not quite yet. Hi, Tony. Good, good, good. Everybody can hear me okay. Excellent. So it is 7:03, so we'll go ahead and get started. I will remind everybody that if for some reason there are technical glitches on either Facebook or YouTube, I am streaming to both at the same time. So if one's not working, find the other one. Facebook is Little Yarn Shop. YouTube is Little Yarn Shop. Should be able to find me. John said you're supposed to finish the stuff you're working on. Why? Because I do finish or I don't finish, Holly? I'm curious. Hi, Diane. So welcome to Monday Motivation. Today is Monday, March 13th, 2023. Happy daylight savings to everybody that's I don't want to say celebrates daylight savings because nobody's really nobody loves this time of year when we lose an hour of sleep and every morning feels like it's coming way too early. At least that's how I feel. Oh, Bonnie, that's a bummer. But I guess it's no good going to the beach if it's going to be cold and you can't do anything anyway. My name is Kristen. I am the owner of the Little Yarn Shop located in downtown Saginaw, Michigan, inside the SBRC Marketplace. Marketplace hours are Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Facebook and YouTube lives, Monday Motivation, are most Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, I think is where we are. Right along with the rest of the world. Let's see what we have to talk about. I have a few I have a limited edition yarn to talk about that I haven't talked about yet. You may have seen it if you've been in the shop, but we haven't actually really talked about it a whole lot, other than Melissa knit a shawl out of it. And 2 weeks ago, I posted a picture of Stacy's finished shawl that was in like purples and greens. And she used this yarn too. So we've got that yarn to talk about. Rainbow Club. I have spread a sweater's quantity worth of, well, 3 sweaters quantities worth of yarn that I am discounting down. It's the last little bit of this yarn. So keep an eye out for that too toward the end of this, and we'll chat about that a little bit. Let me get the drink here. So I do have new yarn in the shop too, of course, because why wouldn't I? And I'm sort of trying to get into this, like this little end cap right here, that separates the cottons and the back of the shop from everything else, as our featured anytime we get something new, or if there's something that's pertinent to a knit along coming up, something like that. I'm trying to feature it there. So it's kind of a fun thing to come in and see first off, like what's there, what's going on, what's new to the shop. So what's new right now is Cascade 220 fingering, non-superwash. So Bonnie and I have been texting back and forth about sweater options, and I knew this yarn was coming and I thought it would be perfect for this. So Cascade 220 fingering, non-superwash. They come in these 50-gram hanks, super squishy. 100% Peruvian Highland wool. The yardage on these things is great, you guys. 273 yards for 50 grams, and they're $6 a piece. Really great for color work. The non-superwash has that little bit of a toothiness. This is really soft though, still, for being a woolly wool. It's got just enough little stick to it that it would do really well with color work. What Bonnie got me thinking about, and what I started, because I needed to start a new project. Holly, you can tell John, I don't always finish all the things. Sometimes I just like to start things. But we got chatting about the Velicor, which is Andrea Mowry pattern. Velicor. And it's this cute little top done in fingering weight. She uses 3 different yarns, which you can kind of see. There's this little contrasty stripe every so often. And then she uses, this one is all solids, but we got chatting about using a Zauberball crazy, which would look, the one I'm using looks something like this. So it has all the color changes in there. So instead of using 3 colors, you should be able to get away with just using 2. So I got a couple taste packs of the Zauberball Crazy, and this top with even combining the 2 contrast colors, you only need 1 ball for any of the sizes. And it goes from, let's see, it does have quite a bit of ease built in. The finished bust circumference goes from a 38.5 up to a 71.5 inch bust. This one shows a size 2, which would be a 44 inch bust. And that's the size that I'm doing, just kind of playing around with it. But any of the sizes would take 1 Zauberball Crazy, which you can see in this little bin down here. If that's something you're interested in, I have lots of colors to choose from. So keep that in mind. And we can always chat back and forth, text the shop or message the shop, and I can send photos because I do have a wide variety of colors. And then the solid color, I'm using this, I think on one of their other bases, they call this like a mushroom color. It's like a ecru, but a little warmth to it. I don't know how to describe the color, but I'll just show you what I'm working on so far. So I did swatch. Here's my little swatch. Isn't that fun? And I swatched in the round, so it looks like a big sloppy mess on the back side of things. But I really did want to, because I've not used this non-superwash yarn before, I wanted to see how it would react when I blocked it, when I washed it and blocked it. Plus, Andrea Mowry patterns, I find sometimes I'm actually able to knit with the needles it calls for. A lot of times I have to go down 1 or 2 needle sizes. Her patterns, I can usually stick to what she says. So I didn't want to take that for granted. So I did swatch in the round. So I knit across the front of my swatch and carried a long strand and continued to knit. Some people have cut their swatch so they can lay it out flat a little bit better. I mean, it's so, look at the stretch in this. It's so squishy and soft. And it's on size, I think I'm on 3s, maybe 4s. Nope, I'm on 3s. What does it call for? 2s and 3s. So I'm on the needles it calls for. It is fingering weight, but it's going really quickly. It's done in the round. Here is what I have so far. So you can see how the colors in the Zauber ball changes just from my swatch was the beginning of the ball. That's mostly pinks and purples. Now I'm into these like blues and greens, and it's this little 1x1 twisty cable in between. And so it's not stranded. You're not carrying 2 colors at once. It's mosaic. So knitting 2 rounds with one color, knitting 2 rounds with the other color, and just switching back and forth. I am really having a good time with it so far. Why is my voice gone? Melissa says I'm okay. Okay. I don't know. Facebook must be giving problems. I see on my end, if I look at the Facebook feed, it's looking a little grainy. I think we're having problems with the Wi-Fi in here. Hopefully, if you miss things, the replay will be okay. I'm not sure. Man, oh man. Nothing goes smoothly the way I want it to. So there are quite a few colors. I have, you can see there's a little color card tucked back in here. I brought in when Shannon, who was the owner of Cascade Yarns, when Shannon was in and we met up a couple weeks ago, she had said I could ask her to put together just a broad palette of colors for me. So that's what I did. I said, I want to bring this in, give me like 20 to 25 colors that are a wide variety. And this is what they came up with. So a little bit of everything, some beautiful heathers. I've got neutrals down below. And like I said, the yardage is so good. This sweater would take anywhere from 4 to 8 hanks, which a 50-gram hanks, that's not very much at all. So for this sweater, I've had a pretty positive response from customers regarding the non-superwash wool. So I've had people buying it already for sweaters and shawls, and I'm excited about it. I guess it's probably something I should have done earlier, and I just didn't. So that's one of the things that I'm working on is my little Vellicore. And it is kind of fun that that little twist starts all the way down in the ribbing. Oh, on YouTube, it's blowing out my color. But you can see that little twist goes all the way up from the ribbing up to into the pattern versus just like a knit one, purl one, rib or anything like that. I am making slow progress on my Elites poncho. It seems like what happens is I'm home on the weekends and then I run out of yarn and I don't have any more with me, so I have to take a break. But it's growing. This is my second panel. There's the little lace along the edge. Oh, it looks so good. You guys, I'm so excited to have this. I'm really hoping I can have it done in time to wear on, I don't know, maybe I'll wear it on LYS day. That would be fun. That should be what I'm shooting for, is to have it done by then. I should. That's like a month and a half away. Plenty of time. I should give myself a goal sooner than that. LYS Day we'll talk about in a little bit too. I've got a couple different things to talk about with that. Those are the two things I'm working on. Let's talk about what I am wearing. And I know on Facebook, the video is a little bit, can't even really see what I'm wearing. So I will take it off and show this beautiful shawl with drop stitches. Melissa knit this. I did not. So I can't say that I knit it, but I'm wearing it. She left it here as a shop sample, so I can sport it. Just don't look at the fact that it's not been blocked or woven the ends in. I was supposed to do that and I didn't. I got so excited about putting it on display. So the shawl is the Van Gogh shawl. Very straightforward, two colors, kind of like wide stripes, drop stitches. The yarn that she used, I'll take it back off and kind of show again, has a little bit of a sheen to it. It's a DK weight merino and silk blend. This is the limited edition yarn that I was talking about. So the yarn is Wonderscapes by Variations. So Variations yarn has a fingering and a DK weight in the tonal colors that a lot of you have been using. They came out with this limited edition Wonderscapes. It even says limited edition on the little labels. Limited edition. 100 grams, 213 yards, 75% Australian fine merino, 25% silk. So look at this. This is the purple and red. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different colors. I've got 2 different greens, a copper, a red, blue and green combo, kind of a, well, I was going to say an Aurora Borealis color, but it's actually called Aurora Borealis, and then a black. So what Melissa used in her shawl was this sugar plum color, and it takes 1 skein each of 2 colors. The sugar plum color and black sand, these 2 together. And that's what you get this. So she did it. So the drop stitch section was in the variegated, and then the solid sections were with the solid. As always, if there's something that you see that you want us to put aside, just let us know, put it in the comments, and just let us know if you want to, how much you want, whether you want us to ship it out to you, or if you're going to pick it up in the shop, and we will get that stuff all set aside for you. So a couple different color combinations. Stacy, I mentioned, I posted a shawl that she finished. These are the 2 colors that she used for hers. This beautiful, this is the Aurora Borealis color. Purples, greens, pinks, blues. And she striped it with the Rainforest. Red Hat Society, yes, the purple and the purple and red is Red Hat Society, absolutely. So these 2 looked really beautiful together too. That's Rainforest, Aurora Borealis. Oh, what other colors do I have? And I don't know how long this yarn is going to be around. I just know that I have it, and they've said that I can order it until I can't anymore. So that's about all I know. This one, Blue Pool, is probably my favorite. Teals, green, blue, and every blend in between. This is gorgeous. Autumn Leaves is this rusty coppery color, definitely more copper than rust. The silk is has such a shine that this yarn is just luscious. And Red Berries. It looks kind of bright on my camera. It doesn't look that bright in person. It's got, I mean, it's got a shine to it, but it's a rich red color. So if you don't want to for the shawl and you just want us to set some aside, we'd be happy to do that too. Like Tony's asking for a skein of Aurora Borealis in black. Absolutely. We do have a pile of all of the colors back there. The last color is Deep Waters, which is this beautiful, like an emerald green, which would look really good with this too. Put those two together. Or the green and the copper. Look at that. So many color combinations. So we've got it here in the store, but we can also ship out to you any colors, any quantity. Karen, of course, got talking about how this would make a lovely, lovely sweater. I think a ranunculus would be really fun in one of these colors in this yarn. And you probably would need, let's see, what's the yardage on them? 213 yards. Maybe 4. If my math is right, you would maybe need 4 skeins for a ranunculus. They're just lovely. So that again is a limited edition here until it's not here anymore yarn. And what else do we have to chat about? Another limited edition, the Rainbow Club, Explore the Rainbow, March. It's orange, so I keep thinking October or November, but it's March because guess what? We are in March. Knitted Wit is doing their Explore the Rainbow Club. So January was a solid, vibrant, like a red pink. February was, they called it Bespeckled Raspberry, and it was the pink with speckles of black in it. March is Glazed Over Carrots. And this is DK weight, 100% superwash merino, 4 ounces, 280 yards. I did want to mention for anybody that has purchased any of the Explore the Rainbow colors, if you look on the inside of your label, they have a QR code in there to download, and they actually have the website written out too, but they have a QR code in there to open the website to get a PDF of the corresponding monthly pattern. So $36 gets you a skein of the DK weight yarn plus a digital pattern. That is every month they have a different 1 skein DK weight pattern. This month is fingerless mitts with a little cable on them. It's really cute. This bright orange is gorgeous. Then next month will be speckly orange that coordinates with it. They do have on their website a few different patterns for rainbow blankets as well. They have a crochet version and 2 different knit versions. One is just straight garter, I believe. Yes, Nicole, I have yours. Anybody who is part of the club, I've got yours set aside. I have 3 left over from the order that are up for grabs. And it's a solid, but it's not a solid. You can still see some of the lights and darks in there. Some skeins have a little bit more variation than others, but it's just, I think a blanket is a great idea for this. And I'm holding my skeins aside because I think I might do a blanket at the end of the year. We will see. I should be knitting it as we go. And I might actually do the crochet version. It's kind of a simple granny, what do you call it? A granny stitch, I guess. It's not a granny square because it's in rows, but it's the same sort of little clusters like you would do a granny square. And I think this yarn is so fun. You don't really need to do much more than that with it. So like I said, I have 3 skeins that are not spoken for yet, if that's something that interests you. If you're part of the club, then I already do have yours set aside. So that's here. What else? Rainbow Club, I talked about the QR code. Okay, so sweaters, quantity of yarn. So I have sweater kits. I have 3 sweater kits that I am discounting down because it's the last little bit of this yarn that I have. The yarn is by Plymouth. It's Estilo. Just so happens to be a merino silk blend. This is 80% fine merino superwash, 20% silk. That's what the label looks like. It's a sport weight yarn. Oh, 381 yards and 100 grams. But for some reason, they didn't put it on there. So pretty good yardage for a sport weight. They normally retail for $22 a hank. I have 3 colors in a kit for this beautiful open front raglan cardigan. Look at this, like, I wish it didn't have such a glare on it. The back of this sweater is gorgeous with lace and cables. It's an open front. Sizes range from 36 up to a 52-inch bust after blocking. Normally, the pattern plus the yarn would be $116. I have these 3 kits for $75. And I've got 3 colors. I have a dark gray, like a charcoal, a green, and a gold. And just one of each. So if it's something that you're interested in, let us know and we can set it aside for you. So this is the gold. It looks much more accurate on Facebook than it does on YouTube, at least according to my screens in front of me. I've got the gold, this beautiful olive green. And this yarn just naturally has a little bit of heather tones to it. It's not like a flat color. It's got, I don't know, you can see some kind of taupey brown tones in there. And the 3rd color is this dark charcoal. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Kits will contain enough to do any size for the cardigan. If the cardigan's not something you're interested in, but you love the yarn, get it anyway. And make something else with it. It's still a great deal. Instead of, $116, $75 for a sweater is not a bad deal. Okay, Jenny, I hope I just answered that question for you. So, the pattern calls for 4 or 5 hanks of this yarn, and each kit will have 5 hanks. So enough to make any of the sizes for $75. I know you're thinking about sweaters too. I bet you could probably do this one, Jenny. It has pockets even. Look, they have little pockets. Okay. So I have that. The 3 colors. Tony wants the gray, so that means I've got the gold and the olive green left of that. What else are on my notes? The LYS Day, April 29th. I'm going to keep shouting it from the rooftops because I can't wait. We had such a blast last year, and I have so many notes and so many good ideas and things that are going to happen and be in the shop for this year that I can't wait. So April 29th, make sure it's on your calendar. I am really hoping to be able to have some online options as well for people that are not able to get in or are not local. I know some of you, Holly, will be down in Florida. Hopefully she finds an LYS down there, but I should have some online options as well. Think new tote bags and prize drawings and trunk show. And I don't know what else. That's all I've got so far. I was on a Zoom meeting with some other yarn store owners and the head of it used to be TNNA, the National Needle Arts Association. I can't remember what it's called now, but they're the group that put on local yarn store day. And they were giving us some ideas too. We will have pins again, like we did last year. I'm not sure what they're going to look like yet or when I'm going to get my hands on them, but hopefully that is happening soon. One of the things that I posted about last week was the road trip shawl mystery knit along. That's a mouthful. So did I talk about it at all last week? Let me look at my notes and see. I don't think I did. So two designers have collaborated for these road trip mystery shawls. This is the fourth year. Like I said, I posted about it the other day. The first year they did, they featured Pennsylvania. And the way they do this mystery knit along is very relaxed, very low key. I think it makes a difference that one of the two designers is also a shop owner. So she understands from the customer perspective, what might be more desirable versus designers really trying to cram in as much as they can, as quickly as they can. This mystery knit along starts April 29th with the first clue, and the last clue comes out August 19th. So it's like an all summer thing. Every 2 weeks, they release a section. I believe there are 9 stops along the way. So first year was Pennsylvania, second year was Maryland, third year was Florida. This year, they're not picking one specific state. They are doing the Great Lakes region. So this is the Great Lakes road trip shawl mystery knit along. Yep, Tony, I saw yours. Thank you for that. So I have a link on our website to pre-order kits. The official kits that are from Manos del Uruguay is the dyer that the designers partnered up with, and I am partnering up with also. So ordering kits, they have 10 different colorways, like Windy City, Race Car, or Racy, I think it is, Great Lakes, Motor City, Getting Cheesy, I think is one of them. So inspired by all the different, they have one that's an urban one that's in New York inspired. So it's all of the states that touch the Great Lakes and Ontario. So each of the stops along this journey will be featuring different landmarks, I guess, in the area, which is kind of exciting. I've not done one of their knit alongs before, but I have had customers that did last year's and really enjoyed it. And there's a lot of support. There are videos for things that are beyond just a basic common knowledge. Beads are suggested, but not required. And each stop along the way has 2 different options. So the 2 designers design a portion of the pattern for each step, and they're interchangeable. So it's a really cool concept. And like I said, I know Michelle for sure did the Florida one last year and really enjoyed the pace of it, was able to keep up without a problem, didn't feel overly stressed about it. And it was a beautiful shawl at the end. This year, they're saying the shape is sort of a semicircular or crescent shape. It requires 4 skeins, 3 colors. And for the, what they call the Mrs. size, and then they have a plus size, that's a 5 skein. So those are up for, bought the Florida and started at Well Written Pattern. Oh, good to hear. Those are all up for pre-order on our website. I do want to say that I am also trying to work with a designer to come up with a kit that's exclusive to our shop. I don't know if it's going to happen or not yet. So if you like the kits from Manos del Uruguay, the kits that they have set up, go ahead and pre-order those. If you want to wait and see if we have more information on a potential kit, then you could wait too. We have to have, I have to have a number finalized for pre-orders by the end of March. And so I'm hoping that I will have more info from the dyer that I'm talking to, and we'll have more info before then for all of you. So just something to think about. The kits that Manos put together are beautiful though. The 10 different kits. All the photos are up on the website. You can pre-order the pattern now. You get kind of their planning sheet, packing list, I guess they call it. We can order that through the shop, or you can do it directly through Ravelry, either way. Diane, it would not be the same yarn. I'm trying to work with a local dyer to do something a little bit differently. I know that there are a few shops that are working with Manos to come up with a custom colorway. I have a dyer that has a yarn base that has good yardage. That's the one thing with trying to like work from your stash or come in and pull yarn from the fingering weight wall, which you can definitely do, and we can help you with that. However, they did say that the skeins of, I think it's Allegria, I can't remember the name of the base, are pretty generous skeins. They're like 420 or 430 yards in a skein. So for example, a skein of Smooshy with Cashmere only has 400 yards, might not have enough. So the dyer that I am talking to has a yarn base, a fingering weight base that has like 450 or 460 yards in a hank. So I'm excited, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully not too long. Maybe not by next week. I'll have a little bit more info for you on that. Let's see. What did we talk about? Okay, there we go. 445 yards. Yeah. So pulling even, maybe you would be close if you use the regular Heritage that's up there. The fingering weight, those have 437 yards per 100 grams. If you wanted to participate but keep your costs down, this new 220 fingering would be phenomenal for it. The yardage is great, the price point is great, so that's an option too. And we can always use the kits that they put together as a starting point for colors, or mix and match a few things. And beads, we have the bead store right down at the other end of the hallway, and she's always happy to help pull some colors together for us. Okay, let's see, what else do I have? I went for coffee yesterday with Victoria. She and I went for coffee, and I completely forgot to take any pictures for Support Small Sunday. We went to Harless and Hugh in Bay City. That was her choice. I was on my way home from up north and texted her and said, get ready. When I get home, we're going to go for coffee. You pick where we're going. So she chose Harless and Hugh, downtown Bay City on Washington. Incidentally, not very far from the police department, right across from the post office. They were a busy place. And so we got so busy chatting and drinking our coffee and tea that I forgot to take any pictures, but I did want to mention that we went there. We're always supporting small as much as we can. The coffee shop has, the coffee shop here at the marketplace, Sips Downtown, is open, has been doing really well. I've been trying a wide variety of things from them, as have a lot of our regular customers. And I appreciate the fact that a lot of you support many of the other vendors in here, and I know the other vendors appreciate it too. And just having the coffee shop in here, just kind of icing on the cake, in addition to all the other yummy foods and stuff that's around here. I think that's all I had on my list to chat about today. I feel like maybe I was hopped up on too much coffee and went a little quicker than normal, but sometimes that happens, I guess. For those of you who for those of you who were interested in the next crochet class for the fingerless mitts, Nicole, I thought that might be the case. I kind of ran into the same thing. Yeah, they have a Lotus energy drink that is more caffeine than a cup of coffee, but less than a Red Bull is what they told me. So yeah, that needs to be a morning thing for me for sure. And for Nicole too. Nicole is teaching the fingerless mitt crochet class right now. I do have a wait list for the next one. I am going to be putting dates together soon for that. Throughout the month of March, Nicole wanted me to mention that from 2 to 4 p.m. on Saturdays, she will be here if you need crochet help. It's a great time to do kind of a drop-in session like you would do with Deb. 2 to 4 p.m. Saturday, she's here. She'd be happy to help you with whatever crochet project you're working on. If you get stuck on something, or if you just want to have some crochet company, I guess. Okay. It's very dry in here today. Sorry, you guys. I'm going to say that is all for today. Keep an eye out for more info on LYS Day, April 29th. Also, the yarn crawls coming up this summer. Don't forget to pre-order passports and tote bags for at least the first of the yarn crawls. We have that information out. And I think that's it for today. I hope everybody has a great week, that you stay warm if you're someplace where it's cool. Bonnie, we will touch base in the next couple of days and get your stuff on your way to you. And along with anybody else who's getting some stuff, we'll play matchmaker and get your goodies to you as quickly as we can. So have a great week. Stay warm, stay dry, stay creative, and have fun. Have a great week. And if I don't see you in the shop, I will see you all back here next Monday at 7. All right.